Hello family and friends, how is everyone? Shall we go back in? Okay, so where did we leave off? 14 and 15. So 15 verse 6. And honour not his father and his mother, and ye have made the commandment of God of none effect by your tradition. Ye hypocrites, well did Isaiah prophesy of you, saying, This people draweth nigh unto me with their mouth, and honour me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. Isaiah 29, 10 to 14. But did you read the whole chapter? Okay. So, I've never met a girl from a Spanish-speaking country called Georgina. You're switched on. Okay, let's go in. No offense, it's just a joke, a little play on words and languages. So 16, let's go. Eyes and ears. The Pharisees also with the Sadducees came, and tempting desired him he should show them a sign from heaven. Now the Pharisees and the Sadducees came up to Yahushua, and they asked him to show them a sign, a spectacular miracle from heaven, attesting to his divine authority. And he answered them and said to them, When it is evening, ye say, It will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And in the morning, it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times? Show us a sign. Show us a sign. Show us a sign. 4. A wicked and adulterous generation seeketh a sign, and there shall no sign be given unto it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas. So we spoke in Matthew 4, the hour of temptation, the spitefulness as well. Satan wanted a sign as well. He was hungered. Oh, make the bread, make the stone turn into bread. These guys want a sign. The spitefulness, I'm telling you. Go up, do something. Do a miracle, do a miracle. Do something, so that I might believe. When it is evening, you say it will be fair weather, for the sky is red, and in the morning it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, you can discern the face of the sky, but you cannot discern the sign of the times. A wicked and adulterous generation seeketh a sign, and there shall no sign be given unto it, but the sign of the prophet Jonah. And then he departed and left them. So, let's get a verse. John 2, 9 and 10. We all know the story. Yahusha's first miracle. When the ruler of the feast had tasted the water that was made wine, and knew not whence it was, but the servants which drew the water knew. The governor of the feast called the bridegroom, and saith unto him, Every man at the beginning does set forth good wine, and when men have drunk, then that which was worse, but thou hast kept the good wine until now. When the manager tasted the water just now turned into wine, not knowing where it came from, though the servants who had drawn the water knew, he called the bridegroom and said to him, Everyone else serves his best wine first, but when the people have drunk freely, then he serves that which is not so good. But you have kept back the good wine until now. And when his disciples were come to the other side, they had forgotten to take bread. Then Yahusha said unto them, Take heed, and beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and the Sadducees. And they reasoned among themselves, saying, It is because we have taken no bread. Which when Yahusha perceived, he said unto them, O ye have little faith, why reason ye among yourselves, because you have brought no bread? Do you not yet understand, neither remember the 5 loaves of the 5,000, and how many baskets you took up, neither the 7 loaves of the 4,000, and how many baskets you took up? How is it you do not understand that I spake of you? I spake not. How is it that you do not understand that I spake not to you of bread? But ye should beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and the Sadducees. I love that. I love that. How is it you don't understand? I'm not speaking about bread, but of the leaven of the Pharisees and the Sadducees. Then understood they how that he bade them not to beware of the leaven of bread, but of the doctrine of the Pharisees and the Sadducees. When Yahusha came into the coasts of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, saying, Who do men say that I am? And they said, Some say, Thou art John the Baptist, some say Elias, and others say Jeremiah, one of the prophets. Stop. Matthew 16, 4, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 14. Matthew 16, verse 4. A wicked and adulterous generation seeketh a sign, and there shall no sign be given unto it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas. And he left and departed from them. 7. And they reasoned among themselves, saying, It is because we have taken no bread. 9. Do ye not understand, neither remember the 5 loaves of the 5,000, and how many baskets ye took up? Verse 10. Neither the 7 loaves of the 4,000, and how many baskets ye took up? So verse 9, 5 loaves, 5,000, 10. Verse 10, 7 loaves, 4,000, 12. Sorry, 11. uh, so 5 loaves fed 5,000, 10. 7 loaves fed 4,000, 11. How is it you do not understand that I spake not unto you concerning bread? You need to watch the last video to understand what I'm going on about right now. Then they understood, verse 12, then they understood that he bade them not beware of the leaven of bread, but of the doctrine of the Sadducees and the Pharisees. And they said, some say that thou art John the Baptist, some say Elias, and others say Jeremiah, one of the prophets. So 10, 11. How many loaves ye took up? Everyone was given bread. He broke bread and gave unto his disciples, and the disciples to the multitude. Gather up the fragments, what remained in the baskets, 10 baskets, 7 baskets. How much bread is in your baskets? There's plenty more bread to give out. 2p a bag. Then they understood. Don't beware of the leaven of bread, beware of the doctrine of the Pharisees. Now I've written 13 and 33. We go back a couple of chapters, 13 and 33. And the parable spake unto them, the kingdom of heaven is like unto leaven, which a woman took and hid in 3 measures of meal until the whole was leavened. Back in that video, remember I explained leaven. This time leaven's a good thing. So the leaven he's now giving, the new wine, the good wine, which has been saved until later. The kingdom of heaven is like unto leaven, which a woman took and hid in 3 measures of meal till the whole was leavened. There shall be no sign but the prophet of Jonas. Deeper meaning, or very simple. And they said, some say that thou art John the Baptist, some say Elias, and others say Jeremiah, or one of the prophets. Beware of the doctrine of the Pharisees. He's warning us about something. Reason among yourselves that you have taken no bread. I've given you the bread. It's in your baskets. $5,000 men, 4,000 men. How is it I spake not unto you concerning bread, but of the leaven of the Pharisees? Then they understood. 12. Then they understood that he spoke not of the leaven of bread, but of the doctrine of the Pharisees. 14. Who do men say that I am? And they said, Some say thou art John the Baptist, some say Elias, some others say Jeremiah, one of the prophets, or one of the prophets. This blew my mind, I'm telling you. Who do the Khazar Jews and the Muslims say Yeshua was? They both admit that Yeshua existed, but who do they say he was? Let's go to John 13. Slowly, slowly. John 13, 19 and 20. Now I tell you before it come, that when it is come to pass, ye may believe that I am he. Verily I say unto you, he that receiveth whomever I send receiveth me, and he that receiveth me receiveth him that sent me. Let's go to 14, 9 to 11. And Yahushua said unto him, have I been so long a time with you, and yet has not thou known me, Philip? He that hath seen me hath seen the Father. And how sayest thou then, show us the Father? It's written. They're living it. He's walking now. The prophets prophesied of this. The whole book's been leading up to this. The first coming. They're walking it. It's happening. Isaiah 29 and 10. The Pharisees could not see it. Many people couldn't see it. 10. John 14 and 10. We're still here in John. Believest thou that I am in the Father, and the Father in me? He doeth the works. Believeth me that I am in the Father, and the Father in me. Or else believe me for the very works' sake. Matthew 11, 3, 4 and 5. And said unto him, art thou he that should come, or do we look for another? And Yeshua answered and said unto him, go and show John the things which ye do hear and see. The blind receive sight, the lame walk, the lepers are cleansed, and the deaf hear, and the dead are raised up, and the poor have the gospel preached to them. Right now we do the works of the gospel, of spreading the word. And every good scribe brings out things old and new. But later, the time will come. Matthew 11 verse 6, and blessed is he who shall not be offended in me, when the actual works are done. When people receive the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, and they can do the works, the other works. But there will be no sign but the sign of Jonah. So where did we leave off? And they said, some say that thou art John the Baptist, some say Elias, and others say Jeremiah, or one of the prophets. And he said unto them, but whom say ye that I am? This is brilliant also. Men of Galilee, this is brilliant. If you know the book of Revelation, fellas, you know the chapters. "14, John, Elias, Jeremiah, one of the prophets. 15, whom you say that I am." 15, they just sung the song of Moses. 16, and Peter said, thou art the Christ, the Son of the living God. 17, and Yahushua said unto him, blessed art thou, Simon Bar-Jonah, for flesh and blood have revealed it unto thee. Flesh and blood have not revealed these unto thee, but my Father which is in heaven. Remember 11 and 25. He have not revealed these things unto the wise and the prudent, but he have revealed these things unto babes. And even so, Father, so it seemed good in your sight. 18, and I say unto thee, thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. 19, and I will give unto thee the keys of the kingdom of heaven, and whatsoever thou shalt bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatsoever thou shalt loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. If you receive it, gentlemen, if you can receive it. It blew me away. Now consider everything that's been said to what's coming now. Boy. Blessed art thou, Simon Bar-Jonah, for flesh and blood have not revealed this unto thee, but my Father which is in heaven. And I say unto thee, thou art Peter, upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. And I will give thee the keys of the kingdom of heaven. Then charged his disciples that they should tell no man that he was the Christ. From that time forth began Yeshua to show unto his disciples how that he must go into Jerusalem and suffer many things of the elders and the chief priests and the scribes, and be killed and be raised on the third day. He has told them, the Pharisees, twice now, no sign but the sign of the prophet Jonah. He's expecting them to know this. He's teaching his babes, but he's expecting the wise and the prudent, the men with the titles and the uniforms. It's their job, and they don't know. They can't recognize. Then Peter took him and began to rebuke him, saying, be it far from thee, Master, this shall not be unto thee. 23, but he turned and said unto Peter, get thee behind me, Satan, thou art an offence unto me, for thou savourest not the things that be of God, but the things that be of men. The love of Jesus, eh? You see, some people like to throw that around carelessly. Oh, you don't have the love of Jesus. You see, these people would have walked away from Yahusha if they were there, if they were one of the disciples at the time. How can you just say, blessed art thou, Simon, and upon this rock I will build my church, and I will give you the keys of heaven, and then say, get behind me, Satan. You are an offense to me. Thou savourest not the things of God, but the things that be of men. Matthew 10, 38 and 39. Matthew 12 and 40. How he must go unto Jerusalem and suffer many things. How he must go. And in the future, when the storm cometh, Revelation 14 and 13. So here he's about to tell us again. Verse 24. Then Yeshua said unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it. And whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. Is this not Revelation 11 all the way up until 18? These next chapters, 24 all the way to 28. Revelations 11 all the way up to 18. If any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. For what is man profited if he shall gain the whole world but lose his soul? If he shall gain the whole world but lose his soul? Or what shall man give in exchange for his soul? For the Son of Man shall come in the glory of his Father with his angels, and then he shall reward every man according to his works. 16, 17, 18, 19. And after that, it's all over. Satan is bound. Verily I say unto you, there be some standing here which shall not taste death till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. Remember Stephen. What did he see before he died? Before he tasted death? He saw the Son of Man in his kingdom. Coming in his kingdom, seeing the works. Double meaning. Please read Matthew 4 again. Matthew 4, 1 to 12 is so important. familiar, so that rides yourself with it. So, let's go to John 1:47 to 51. '47 to 51. Are y'all there? Yahusha saw Nathanael coming to him, and saith of him, oh, stop. Not that one. Luke 9:27. Luke 9:27. But hold on to that page. We have to go to Luke first, sorry. Luke 9:27. No. I went over this morning, but I didn't go over my notes. Sorry. Yes, we are at John. We are at John, 1 John 47. John 1:47. Sorry, don't let me confuse you. Don't let that confuse you. Okay. Are you there? John 1:47. Yeshua saw Nathanael coming to him, and saith unto him, Behold, an Israelite indeed, in whom is no guile. Nathanael said unto him, Whence thou knowest me? Yahusha answered and said unto him, Before that Philip called thee, when thou wast under the fig tree, I saw thee. Nathanael answered and said unto him, Rabbi, thou art the Son of God, thou art the King of Yasharal. And Yahusha answered and said unto him, Because I said unto thee, I saw thee under the fig tree, believest thou? Thou shalt see greater things than these. And he saith unto him, Verily, verily, I say unto you, hereafter ye shall see heaven open, and the angels of God ascending and descending upon the Son of Man. Luke 9:27 and 32. But I tell you of a truth, there be some standing here which shall not taste death till they see the kingdom of God. Yeah, I did it the wrong way around again. But let's just crack on. You'll get it. If you have these two verses, you'll see it. You'll get it. 1 John 1, 47 to 51, and Luke 9:27 to 32. And it came to pass about an 8th day after these things, he took Peter and John and went up to a mountain to pray. And as he prayed, the fashion of his countenance was altered, and his raiment was white and glistening. And behold, there talked with him 2 men, who were Moses and Elijah, who appeared in glory and spake of his decease, which he should accomplish at Jerusalem. But Peter and they that were with him were heavy with sleep. And when they were awake, they saw his glory, and the two men that stood with him. You will see the Son of Man coming in the kingdom before you taste death. So Nathanael, I saw you under the fig tree. Nathanael, you are the Son of God. You say I'm the Son of God because I say I saw you under the fig tree. Believest thou? Thou shalt see greater things. Verily I say unto you, hereafter ye shall see heaven open and the angels descending and descending upon the Son of Man, seeing the works. Let's go to John 21, 1 to 10. Sorry, I should have done that better. But you get it. You only need the verses because you're going to go through it yourself, right? Be like the Thessalonians. They searched the scriptures to see if these things were true. What did I say? 21, 1 to 10. John 21, 1 to 10. After these things, Yahushua showed himself again to the disciples at the Sea of Tiberias, and on this wise showed himself. There were together Simon Peter and Thomas and Didymus and Nathanael of Cana in Galilee, and the sons of Zebedee, and two other of his disciples. Simon Peter saith unto them, I go fishing. They say unto him, we also go with thee. They went forth and entered into a ship immediately, and that night they caught nothing. Sorry, I've been totally thrown off flow now. But when the morning was now come, Yahushua stood there on shore, but the disciples knew not that it was him. Then Yahushua said unto them, Children, have ye no meat? They answer, No. And he said unto them, Cast the net on the right side of the ship, and ye shall find. They cast therefore, and now they were not able to draw. They were not able to draw it for the multitude of fishes. So now they can't even pull the net up because it's heavy with fish. Therefore, that disciple whom Jesus loved said unto Peter, It is the Master. Now when Simon Peter heard that it was his master, he girt his father's fisher's coat. He took off his coat, and then he did jump into the river and swam after him. Continue to read if you want in your later on. You've jotted it down, hopefully. Read the whole chapter. 4, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. They saw the works coming in his kingdom. All he needed to say was, cast the net on the other side. They caught no fish before. All he needed to do is come and say, cast the net on the other side. On the right. And then they could hardly pull the net up because it was full of fish. It's mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing. Okay, 17. prophesy unto these bones. So what I just read to you in John 21 this should get me back on flow. No, not in John 21. Bear with me. Yes, in Luke 9. Luke 9 and 28. And it came to pass about an 8th days after these sayings, he took Peter and John and James and went up into a mountain to pray. Luke 9 and 28. And it came to pass that about an 8th days after these things, he took Peter and John and James and went up into a mountain to pray. Stay with me. So, Matthew 17. And after 6 days, Yahushua took Peter and James and John, his brother, and bringeth them up into a mountain apart. Same story. About 8 days, 6 days. About 8 days, 6 days. $6,000 the first resurrection. 7,000 years the second resurrection is complete. 7 years. It is done. Take it or leave it. Please read Exodus 17. Please read 2 Chronicles 17. What did I just say? Prophesy unto these bones. That's Ezekiel 37. Immediately a lot of people were like, what the hell? If you don't get it now, you get it later. 1 Kings 17 and 6. And the ravens brought him bread and flesh in the morning, and brought him bread and fish in the evening, and he drank of the brook. Who are we talking about here? Look at the top of the page. 1 Kings 17. And after 6 days, see, contradictions people say. People say the contradictions, mistakes in the Bible. In Luke, it said about an 8th, after about 8 days. In Matthew, he's saying 6 days. 6 days, around 8 days. 6 days, 7 days. 6 days, 7 days. That's for you, men of Galilee. And after 6 days, Yahushua took Peter, James, and John, his brother, and bringeth them up to a high mountain apart, and was transfigured before them. And his face did shine as the sun, and his raiment was white as light. And behold, there appeared unto them Moses and Elias, talking with them. Then Peter answered Peter and said to Yahushua, Master, it is good for us to be here. If thou wilt, let us make there 3 tabernacles, one for thee, and one for Moses, and one for Elias. While he yet spake, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them, and behold, a voice out of the cloud which said, This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear ye him. And when the disciples heard it, they fell on their face and were sore afraid. And Yahusha came and touched them and said, Arise, be not afraid. And when they had lifted up their eyes, they saw no man, save Yahusha only. A vision. Matthew 17. What's happening in Revelation 17? The vision. And as they came down from the mountain, Yahusha charged them, saying, Tell the vision to no man until the Son of Man be risen again from the dead. Verse 17 and 9. As they came down from the mountain, Yahusha charged them, saying, Tell no man the vision until the Son of Man be risen again from the dead. Let's go to John 14 and 21. John 14 and 21. He that hath my commandments and keepeth them, he it is that loveth me, and he that loveth me shall be loved of my Father, and I will love him, and I will manifest myself to him. John 21 and 14. John 14 and 21. John 21 and 14. John 21 and 14. This is now the 3rd time that Yahusha showed himself to his disciples. After that, he was risen from the dead. So after he was risen from the dead, he showed himself 3 times. He went away, he came back. He went away, he came back. The master of the house is going on a long journey. Parable of the vineyard. This is for us. What happened in their day? After 3 days he was risen. He was saying to them, you can do these works. Let's continue. So we're back in Matthew 17. 17 and 9. Tell no man the vision until the Son of Man is risen from the dead. And his disciples asked him, saying, Why then say the scribes that Elias must first come? And Yahusha answered and said unto them, Elias truly shall come first and restore all things. Let's put this to bed now. Let's put this to bed. Why does everyone keep saying Elias must come first? Elias must come first. Elias to come. And Yahusha's telling them, Elias has already come. He has already come. Malachi chapter 4. Let's chart chapter 4, verse 4. Let's start at verse 4. Remember ye the law of Moses, my servant, which I commanded unto him in Horeb for all Yasharel, with the statutes and the judgments. Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Most High. And he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse. So in their day, John was Elijah. Lest he come and smite the kingdom with a curse. Elijah hath already come. The great day for them in their time was the fall of Jerusalem. What have we been reading previously? Okay, 17:11. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Elias truly shall first come and restore all things. But I say unto you that Elias is already come, and they knew him not, but have done unto him whatsoever they listed. Likewise shall also the Son of Man suffer them. Then the disciples understood that he spake unto them of John the Baptist. Nine, 10, 11, 12. What did we read in 14? How John was cast into the prison by Herod. Herod didn't want to kill him, but he offended his brother's wife because he called them out for their adultery. And she wanted his head. Likewise, so shall the Son of Man suffer these things. Who was Yahushua delivered unto? The Pharisees and the Sadducees, and unto Pilate. Ye must prophesy unto many kings and nations and tongues. And when they were come to the multitude, there came to him a certain man, kneeling down to him and saying, Master, have mercy on my son, for he is a lunatic and sore vexed, for oftentimes he falleth into the fire and into the water. And I brought him to thy disciples, and they could not cure him. Remember, they've already been told to heal the sick. I brought him unto thy disciples, and they could not cure him. Then Yahushua answered and said, O faithless and perverse generation, how long shall I be with you? How long shall I suffer you? Bring him hither to me. That tough love, bro. He's Oh man, do you see it yet? It's tough love. Like he's stressing the point. How long shall I be with you? Training, show and tell. He knows they can't do it yet. But training, show and tell. Listen. And Yahusha rebuked the devil, and he departed, and it departed out of him, and the child was cured from that very hour. Let's go to John 7. John 7, 38 and 39. Are you there? Okay, you're there. John 7, 38 and 39. He that believeth on me, as the scripture has said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. But this he spake of the Spirit, which they that believed on him should receive. For the Holy Ghost was not yet given, because Yahusha had not yet been glorified. And let's go to Luke 12, 38 and 39. Are you there? Luke 12, 38 and 39. And if he shall come in the second watch, or come in the third watch, and find them so, blessed are those servants. And this know, that if the good man of the house had known what hour the thief would come, he would have watched and not have suffered his house to be broken through. Beware of the leaven of the Pharisees. They're going to come with some whole new madness. And your faith will be tested. Because if you're not on board with it, you know. And they're going to want to... We all know. Okay? Right, back to Matthew 17. Where did we leave off? Okay. Then came the disciples to Yahusha apart and said, why could we not cast him out? Why could we not cast the devil out? And Yahusha said unto them, because of your unbelief. He's talking about later. Because of your unbelief, for verily I say unto you, if ye have faith as a grain of mustard seed, as the grain of a mustard seed, you shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. Mustard seed meant before, it is the smallest seeds of all seeds. But when it grows, it can grow into a tree where all the birds flock and flock therein. It will grow into a tree, a great tree with many branches. And a small one shall be made great, and into a great nation. We went through this. Now a mustard seed, your faith, even with a small amount of faith, you will say to a mountain, remove hence yonder, and it shall remove, for nothing shall be impossible unto you. It's a hard saying. It's a hard saying. But what he's basically saying is you must believe that you will do these things. Howbeit, this kind goeth not out, but by prayer and fasting. So, when the storm comes, we read this in the last video, 14. Peter was supposed to come out and walk on the water, and he doubted and he could not walk on the water. When the storm comes, in these hard times which are to come, you won't be able to cast out. He's saying you can't cast out without prayer and fasting. Well, guess what? In these times which are ahead, in these hard times, you're going to be fasting anyway. That's what's so brilliant about this. You're going to be fasting anyway. Let's go Matthew 9 and 14. I'll let you do that. Matthew 9 and 14. But let's go to Revelation 9 and 14. Revelation 9 and 14, saying to the sixth angel, which had the trumpet, loose the 4 angels which are bound in the river Euphrates. What's been happening all the way up to this point? Consider. This is black horse time. Food shortages. Why is there a food shortage? Because of wars. And go up Revelation 9 and 5. And to them it was given that they should not kill them, but they should be tormented 5 months. And their torment was the torment of a scorpion when he striketh a man. So if people have been tormented, they're not going to be able to go to work, are they? These are going to be hard times. But we're going to get into that in more detail much later. Revelation 9 and 14. Matthew 9 and 14. Howbeit this kind goeth not out, but by prayer and fasting. You're going to be fasting anyway. Woe, woe, woe. First watch, second watch, the third watch. And while they abode in Galilee, Yahushua said unto them, the Son of Man shall be betrayed unto the hands of men, and that they shall kill him, and the third day he shall be raised again. And they were exceedingly sorry. And when they were come to Capernaum, that they received tribute money, they that received tribute money came to Peter and said, do not your master pay tribute? And he said, yeah. And when he was come into the house, Yahushua prevented him, saying, what do you think, Simon? Of whom do the kings of the earth take custom or tribute? Of their own children or of strangers? And Peter said unto them, of strangers, master. Yahushua said unto them, then are the children free? Notwithstanding, lest we should offend them, go thou to the sea, and cast a hook, and take up the fish that first cometh up. And when thou hast opened his mouth, thou shalt find a piece of money. Take that and give to them. If it's money you want, just take it. That's all you guys care about. You just want your money to do your stuff, to do your things, for your endeavors, for your exploits, for what you want to do. But it's the people's money. So are the children free? Loopholes. Taxes. See how they avoid taxes with loopholes. With divorce is another loophole. Tax havens. Charities. It's the people's money for the people. Yet they do it with what they want. See, all this talk of defense spending means that there has to be a war, because in 5 years' time, in 10 years' time, we're all going to be wondering, you were crying wolf, there was no war, yet you got rich. All you and all your friends, with your shares in your defense industries, you all got rich. If there's a war, you get rich. If there's not a war, you get rich. They have new ways of making money now. This is what I mean about AI. AI must be implemented into absolutely everything, because they have shares. They have their own AI companies, and they want their returns. And it's big, big, big returns. This is why AI is being forced upon us, because they're going to get stupendously rich, because they realize how rich people got from the whole tech boom, and then from social media and apps. So now they're all over AI, and it's going to be... So they do all these things for their way, what they want with the taxes, not for what we want. Because the amount of tax they pay, they think they have the right to dictate. But I say contribution or collective. A small people hold the wealth of half the country. But if you're only a small amount, and we're the vast majority, the taxes you pay compare nothing to ours, individually. Collective. And people say, oh, you don't understand who the Pharisees are. I totally understand who the Pharisees are, because nobody listens to the church anymore. The church has no power. The separation of church and state. Nobody listens to the church anymore. The church has no power over government, over laws. Who does? The kings of the earth, parliament, and politicians. They have power over laws, how the country is run, and how things are... You get it. You get it. You have to move with the times. When it comes to doctrine, yes, the church is the Pharisees. But when it comes to governance of a kingdom, of the West, of the world, And there is about to be a takeover. It's not about presidents anymore. I don't even know if it's ever been about presidents and prime ministers. It's about the ruling class, the aristocracy, the bourgeoisie, all these guys. They're all on one accord, total control, but yet they're all over the place. So if it's money you want, I'll go to the wishing well, pull out £2 coins and take it. But are the children free? Because right now, the state, they've got the world into, we're all asking, especially with the vision they're trying to push on us. We can't see it. They can't even explain it. They can't even paint the picture for us of what the future is. All they can say is AI, it's going to be amazing. And then they use, oh, AI is curing cancer, AI is doing surgeries and doing amazing things. It's a new doctrine. Will the church go along with it? Because you and I, we're going to stick to the book, aren't we? Yes, we are. We know who our master is, and we know who is the Most High. Like I said, please read Exodus 17, Chronicles 17, Ezekiel 17. I have just read Matthew 17. If you don't get it, you will. What else is there left to say? Just that I hope I didn't confuse you. There was a lot there. So I guess you can see why I was nervous. I told you I was nervous about this before I started going through Red Letter. It's a lot. But if you've been marking down the verses, you can see what I'm showing you. What was the verse I said in the last video? Let a man preach to the best of his ability. I'm self-taught, I'm self-learned. Call no man teacher. It's just me and the book. I have been helped along the way by other Israelites. It's a lot, and I was a bit nervous, but it's unfolding. I told you this thing was getting hot, and it is. But those are my favorite 4 verses I've just given you in these 2 videos, and yeah, there's a lot more to come. If you will receive it.